Thank you for staying with us. As promised, we are going to be talking about the Film and Folklore Festival that's happening this year entitled Papa You. We're going to get into all of it, and we have joining us via Zoom Donelle Wills, who is the festival manager. Donelle, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So we have Papa You coming up. And before we get into this year, because I know it's fast approaching, let's talk a bit about the history of this Film and Folklore Festival, the purpose it was created.
The purpose the festival was created was to continue our traditions and keeping it alive. As we have come into this new time, children are not being told the stories we were told long time. They're not having the experiences we had as children, the games we played, even the simple snacks that we ate. Everything is so commercialized now. So this was just a way of bringing back our traditions to the forefront so that we can keep our history and keep what we know and the values that we have passing on from generation to generation.
Yes, understood completely. And I think it's so important to tell those stories and to have a platform doing so. How were you all able to marry folklore and film? So now we know the stories, and now we're seeing ourselves on the screen.
Yes. Well, it was easy to marry folklore and film because filmmaking are stories being told. It's just on a screen. So, we take the traditional stories and we make them into film so that it will be easily edible, I guess, to the young folks. And, it will be more immortalized.
Okay. And I know that the emphasis really is on the youth and the family being involved in this. So how has the youth been able to, what have you seen over the years with the youth being engaged in this? And, how have they been able to pass this knowledge along?
Well, what we did as the Film and Folklore Festival is not just focus on films. We are an event-based festival.
Okay.
So we have activities that would be encouraging for the youths to come out. Last year at the Film and Folklore Festival 4, we had something called Camp Folklore. That's a day of fun. Think of a bazaar that we would have gone to back in the day. So it's a day of fun. It's a day of games. It's a day of storytelling. We had hopscotch and hula hooping. We had the Scouts came as well, and the Scouts were teaching them how to light fires, and they got little badges, and it was really, really exciting. Even the adults I think the adults had more fun than the children, because I think, we know it a little better, but it was excellent, and the younger generation has embraced it wonderfully.
Nice. So we're going into 2023, and the name of it, or the theme is Papa You. Where did the theme come from? Tell us about that.
Papa You is patois, and we know that our indigenous persons from Trinidad and Tobago spoke patois. Papa You is look thing. It's just an exciting phrase. We can say, you see somebody pass and you like her clothes, they have on Papa You. It's an exclamation. It's something that we use. It's a slang. So, we looked at that word and we wanted to marry now the patois element of our history into the festival this year. So we named it Papa You.
Nice. And what are the activities now that persons can look forward to? What is the period of the festival?
So the festival this year is 3 days. It's the 31st of March, the 1st and the 2nd of April. This year, for this part of we're having a 2-part festival this year. For this part of the festival, on the 31st, we're having the opening red carpet gala event, which will be happening on the 31st. That's this Friday in St. Clair. And it is going to be extravagant. It's going to have fun, food, films, storytelling, comedy. It's just going to be an exciting night. We're going to be really entertaining the guests with local folklore, with local films, with local food, local entertainment. The 1st and the 2nd of April, we are going to be showing films at Movie Town. There are going to be 2 times of screening, 1 to 4 in the day and 5 to 8 in the night. So persons can choose which times are more comfortable for them to go look and enjoy their local films.
Nice. And sorry, go ahead.
The second part we would be having later on in the year, in July, we will want to look at having a camp. We are going to be partnering with the Scouts, so that way we can more fully envelope the youths in teaching them about our local history and stories.
Nice. I love that camp experience. It's really, a time to reminisce for the adults and so on. Now, in terms of the local films, how easy or difficult was it to get the local filmmakers on board? Because, to contribute their films, as well as the support, from sponsors like Movie Tongue and so on, to have these things, shown at these spaces.
Yes, the filmmakers were excited. We have 8 local filmmakers on board this year, and we are super excited to show their films. It's excellent, excellent work, and it was wonderful partnering with them. They came in without any problems at all. Getting the sponsors may sometimes be a little more tricky, but we do put in the groundwork. We do send out our stories and explain what we're doing. And usually people respond very excitedly to this. And we are happy to have all our sponsors on board.
Nice. And just remind us of the dates and where persons can find you on social media to just keep up to date with all the information.
They can find us at the Film Folklore Festival website. They can find us on Instagram. They can find us on Facebook. We are on the 31st of March and the 1st and 2nd of April.
Okay. Thank you, Donelle, so much. We appreciate all the work that you and the team are doing. All the best this weekend.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
No problem at all. We take a quick break. When we come back, we have lots more on the Film and Folklore Festival and some other things coming up.